In this lesson, I'd like to talk about using SOLIDWORKS sweeps to create pipes and wires inside a device enclosure. Let's start by opening an existing part from your Infinite Skills Working Files folder for Chapter 6 called Sweeping Pipes. The gray pipe and the green wire are the ones that we want to create in this exercise. We're going to use 3D sketch techniques and SOLIDWORKS sweep feature in order to do this. For the pipe, we'll just use straight lines and sketch fillets. For the wire, we're going to use a 3D spline. So let's get rid of the existing features. Just right-click on Sweep 5 and suppress. That turns off the feature. And then let's suppress Sweep 3 as well, and suppress Sweep 2. Let's also turn off the display of plane 13, and I can just click on that and click the eyeglasses tool. So we're going to start by trying to connect this opening in the side of the enclosure with this part of the cooling tube. These are not on the same level. In the Y direction, notice our coordinate system is indicated in the lower left-hand corner, but we want to connect these together just the same. We're going to do this with a 3D sketch. So with your selection cleared, open a 3D sketch. Many times with regular 2D sketches, it is best to just sketch what you want and then get it into place later on. And that's something that we can make use of here. So let's just sketch some lines without regard really for where they are, and then using relations and dimensions, we'll move them into place more accurately. So I'm going to use the straight line, and my cursor says I'm sketching on the XY plane. I don't want to do that. I want to sketch on a parallel to the ZY plane. So there we are, YZ. And I'm just going to start with a straight line and then go down and then across and then back up to some other level. Press Tab to switch to XY and come across. The scheme is that this will come in through the opening. This will be attached to the bottom somehow, and then this will rise to meet the rest of the tubing. So we can do parts of this fairly easily. If we look at this, it's way out in space, so we've got a lot of work to do here. The first thing is I can click on this endpoint and this circle and give them a concentric relationship. And then I can push this point back by giving it an on-plane relationship. May have to reposition some of these things to get them in the right order, but let's now do the same thing on this end, where we click on the point, control-click the circular edge, make it concentric, and then clear the selection with the escape key, click the point, control-click the face, and make an on-plane relation. Next, I want to apply a dimension between the bottom face and this line. Since the diameter of the tubing is 1/2 inch, and I might need some clearance for a piece of sticky tape or some other connector, I'm going to give this a distance of 0.35 from the face to the center of the tube. The line will always represent the center of the tube. Now I want the length of this lead-in pipe to be 1.5 inches. But when you're placing dimensions on the inside of an enclosure, you can come up with some unexpected results. For example, I'm going to click on this line, and that's the dimension that I want. But if I go to place it here, I get a dimension to the bottom floor of the enclosure. So I can back up one step by using the escape key on the toolbar, and it still leaves me with the dimension to the straight line. And now I need to just place that dimension out in white space in order to apply the 1.5 inch dimension that I want to make for that length of tube. So just be careful when placing dimensions inside of enclosures. Now we can use the sketch fillet And let's set it to a 1/2 inch radius and come through and click each corner to make the bends in the pipe. Okay, that's great. So now we need to get out of the sketch fillet and we need to get out of the 3D sketch because everything is fully defined just the way we need it. The next step in order to create this sweep is to create the circular profile. And there are a couple of ways of doing this. Let's show the easy way first. Since the sweep path ends on this planar face, and this planar face has an outside diameter, which is the same as the tubing that we need, it makes things very easy for us. So I'm going to click on this face, open a new sketch, use the Convert Entities option to convert that edge into a sketch, and then exit the sketch. That's all I need to do. Switch over to the Features tab on the Command Manager and pick up the Swept Boss feature icon. Because this circle was the last thing created, it was automatically selected and put into the selection box for the sweep profile. The next selection box is for the sweep path. So the tube for this part of the project is complete. Okay, next we will complete the tube on the other side. But in this case, we've got an additional task that we need to complete. We have to take the tube through this clip. So let's start an additional 3D sketch and do the same thing we did last time. Get the right number of sketch segments in here in the right orientation, and then place them more carefully with dimensions and relations. So the cursor says I'm on the XY plane, and that's good. So I'll click here, draw a segment for the XY plane, another segment on the XY plane. Now I need to switch to YZ. I'll hit Tab. And this part will go through the clip. Now, the next section of the sketch, I need to have kind of parallel to the XY plane, but not really on that. So let's hit Tab until we found the XY, and then just draw a line at some odd angle. And then from here, I need a line that goes along Z. And the only way to get that is to get into one of the planes that involves the Z axis. Okay, so that's along Z. And that's all I need. Now I'll start putting things in place. We'll do the easy stuff first. Click the endpoint, circular edge, concentric. Endpoint, control, end face, on plane. Now let's do the other end since that's easy. Click the endpoint, control click the end face, on plane. Clear the selection, make the endpoint, control select the circular edge, and make those concentric. Now the tricky part here is going to be to get this line to go right through the center of this hook. But that's not very tricky when it comes down to it. Remember that any cylindrical feature has a temporary axis. So let's show the temporary axes. Notice that the temporary axis for this shows up right here. I'll click on that, control click on this sketch line, and make those collinear. Now the only thing that remains is a dimension to set this line off. So if I drag this, remember it was not well constrained before, and so it kind of misbehaves here as I'm trying to position it. So let's position one point and then position the other. I can position this point using a dimension that goes from the flat face at the end of the connector to the sketch point. And I'll make this 3/4 of an inch. And then I can also dimension from the inside face of the enclosure to this endpoint and make that also 3/4 of an inch. Now, you notice that I'm placing dimensions on the inside of the enclosure where I specifically warned you against that previously. And the reason I get away with it here and didn't get away with it before is because these dimensions have 2 selections. And the third click is for the placement. The previous dimension had just a single click and then I was trying to place the dimension. So SOLIDWORKS took the placement as trying to click some sort of entity. So the dimensions that I was creating in this case do not require 3 clicks, they only require 2. And so I was safe to place the dimension on the inside of the enclosure without picking up a third reference. Okay, so now here we've got our sharp-cornered 3D sketch. What remains is to put some sketch fillets on it. Let's go ahead and do that. Sketch fillet should remember the number from the last time we used it, and if not, just remember that that's a 0.5. And also remember that when you place multiple sketch fillets, by default, SOLIDWORKS uses an equal relationship between those. There's an option here where you can dimension each fillet, and there is no equal relationship. So if we click on one of these, it's got an equal relationship with both the one before and the one after. Okay, so let's escape the sketch, create a new profile sketch. So I'll open a sketch on the outside face of the enclosure. I want to make a circle. And let's just click a center and drag out the radius. Give it a dimension, 0.5. Exit the sketch. Use the Swept Boss tool to select first the profile and then the path. And hit the green check or right mouse button to say OK. So this completes the tubing through the inside of the enclosure. Our next job is to create the section of wire.